The 16th of February protest is expected to be conducted around the entire Prime Ministry, which has brought about a resentment of Blue headquarters by the police. The doctors who competed in a race to serve as a department chief have brought to court the decision on the appointment of 32 new hospital chiefs. Advertising online will be taxed at 6%. However, the law, which was proposed by the Ministry of Finance at the time, was headed by Ahmetaj and is now expected to change again. Good evening. It's 6 o'clock on Friday, the 15th of February, 2019. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Oliver, and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country, translated into English. And we start tonight with the clash between the state police and the Democratic Party. A number of concerns are arising over the opposition protest, which will begin tomorrow. State police saying that they were conflicted while facing many of the Democratic Party's impossible demands. The Democratic Party announced the blockade of certain streets and environments which are of particular importance for the normal functioning of public life in the capital, as well as for many activities of some foreign diplomatic missions. Ensuring freedom of movement and unhindered access to the premises of diplomatic missions makes it impossible to allow for the opposition protest on Ismail Chamali Street. However, the Tirana State Police and local police authorities have provided sufficient facilities such as the Deshmort et Combit Boulevard, which has historically been used for such purposes and offers enough space for massive participation. The state police have voiced their concern that there may be violence in a protest as a result of the heated political rhetoric and calls for violence articulated by several politicians and the media representatives. The state police has also informed that certain individuals with criminal records on previously convicted serious criminal offenses have been prepared to exert violence in the protest on the 16th of February, organized by the Democratic Party. Through the media, the security forces, asked by protest organizers themselves, are encouraged to distance themselves from the voices that encourage violence and from those with criminal history. But for many citizens who are not part of the protest, they have been urged to avoid the protest environments to ensure their safety and security. We turn now to the lawsuit leveled against Chasuuta by a number of competing doctors. Today, still 9 Chasuuta services are without their department head, and following the selection of 32 new chiefs from the Ministry of Education and Health, competitive doctors of these services have brought the case to court over the decision on irregularities in the election process and the lack of fulfillment on the required criteria. Sources told Aura News that the departments of cardiosurgery, dermatology, endocrinology, and infantive surgeries now under a trial process in the administrative court. But what are some reasons behind why doctors are bringing such a case to court? Well, according to them, the process has had a number of irregularities since its inception, but the decision by the ministries to appoint new chiefs should be expected in order to appeal it. The conditions to be a director of Chasuuta services require that candidates should have a contract with a faculty, serve as a lecturer for a certain period of time, and to have a specialized degree. Just as in the Aura News broadcast on Thursday, around 7 candidates have admitted to violations of the higher education law, as several did not have general surgeon diplomas, while others presented unpublished diplomas by the Ministry of Education. In response, competing doctors have sued this decision and are presenting their justifications. When asked about the continuation of the process for the 9 services, the Ministry of the Interior has not yet given a response. Therefore, the 32 new chiefs in the Chasuuta Hospital have already been selected. The law on value-added tax is expected to change again as it faces intense opposition from online media. Former Finance Minister, also chair of the Economy Committee, Ahmetaj, has filed in Parliament the draft law that the 6% tax on the supply of advertising services on radio and television also should be applied to electronic media providers. Ahmetaj stated, currently the media and the providers of electronic publishing services operating in the media market are not regulated by law. For this reason, the proposed change deals with the supply of electronic service providers in the scheme of the reduced rates of the value-added tax. By 2018, the portals were exempt from the VAT tax, but governmental changes in November of 2018 were rejected by media directors because, according to them, they should pay a tax of 20%. Ahmetaj concluded by stating, "This proposal will enable equal and non-discriminatory treatment between audiovisual and electronic service providers." Although the law was approved in the Assembly, the Ministry of Finance has not yet issued legal acts for its implementation. If you are in the municipality of Lej, you may have noticed the entrepreneurial environment looking more and more like a ghost town. 108 businesses, to be exact, have closed their doors for good during 2018, according to the official data from the Taxation Directorate. But according to local executives, the number of closed businesses is several times higher, as some of them resulted in fictitious registrations but do not exercise any activity. The director of the Taxation Directorate in Lej, Arben Doi, said that there is another problem because they generate taxes but haven't paid them. Doi stated, "During 2018 in the municipality of Lej, 108 firms have shut down their activities. The amount is much larger because apart from the closure, we have a temporary business suspension." Doi adds that the number of debit subjects over the year in the municipality is high, while the closure of businesses is related to the emigration and what he calls a difficult economic situation. Nevertheless, according to the data provided by the municipality of Lej, the number of businesses that close their activities has increased year by year. The municipality of Tirana will invest in all the villages of Tirana with the aim of providing services right where the people are. This is the promise given by Mayor Arian Valiai during the inspection on the completion of the construction of a 9-year school, Shar, in the Combinat area. The children of the Shar area will take lessons in warm and reconstructed buildings in the municipality of Tirana. According to Mayor Valiai, the goal is to provide services in addition to investments in the 130 villages surrounding Tirana. The newly reconstructed school also integrates preschool environments that serve as a helping hand for working parents who have nowhere to leave their children. Valiai said what makes him most happy is the fact that in this school there are students from preschool all the way up to 2nd grade, and for many women wanting to work, it is a great blessing to have a safe place where they can leave their children to the state and municipality in full confidence. In the Shar Nunviechar school, 9-year school, government has intervened in the interior premises and has reconstructed its entire courtyard, creating a fun and recreational environment for children. Well, it's been almost 11 years since the Republic of Kosovo declared its independence. On February 17, 2008, the Assembly, through a declaration signed by MPs, declared Kosovo an independent and sovereign state, realizing the centuries-old desire of Albanians to achieve their own autonomy. For this special anniversary, the Embassy of Kosovo in Tirana hosted a reception with institutional leaders, diplomats, former presidents, officials from Kosovo, business representatives, and media and cultural personalities. Ambassador Sul Ukshini said the dream of Albanians in Kosovo was achieved after many sacrifices, praising the role of Albania, stating, "It was a century of resistance, a century of sacrifice, generation after generation, until we finally achieved our great dream 11 years ago." On February 17th, the Kosovo Assembly signed the future of our country. On this special anniversary, Kosovo is in a historic moment as an agreement is expected to normalize relations with neighboring Serbia. Ukshini said, "The time has come to reach a neighborly and state agreement guaranteed by the United States and the European Union." Even the two former presidents of Albania say that Kosovo will overcome this difficult moment to consolidate its position in the region. Sali Berisha said, "The moments of difficulty that Kosovo is going through today will not be able to overcome Kosovo. The agreement between Pristina and Serbia is necessary, according to former President of Albania, Alfred Mosiu, to maintain stability in the region." In honor of the 11th anniversary of Kosovo's independence, the new logo has already been introduced with the words Kosovo, Honor, and Duty, which will accompany its state celebrations in Pristina as well. Until today, Kosovo is recognized as an independent state by 116 countries. However, Belgrade and Moscow have not yet recognized Pristina's independence, despite the fact that if an agreement is achieved between Kosovo and Serbia, then Russia says it will indeed recognize it. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you and have a great night.